How's it going, everyone? Back with another stream today. We're going to be back to the old used Abzan Saga. I mean, I guess I did just write an article about it, so I guess I should be playing it a little bit more. But I know, of course, the new set is coming out, so this deck, the format is a little bit of a lame deck format right now because the meta is going to inevitably change with some new tools that are coming out. So we're gonna just be playing off some sideboard slots, just trying out a Wheel of Sun and Moon. We did have a Contagion Priest, but just trying this out just to see if we could be good against Mill. If it gets milled over, we can have Luris and then bring it back. Hopefully that's good because I know Mill is a bad matchup. And also can board it against Yawgmoth, which has been kind of a bad matchup. It just seems very popular online. So we're just trying that out. Pretty excited about some new cards that would be potentially that could potentially see play in Abzan Saga. I just noticed that their fourth Verdant Catacombs is cut off, so I'm gonna make sure every card in the list is visible here. Cool. I joke, of course, I would never cheat on Soul Tie. The thing about um, Soul Tie is people that love Soul Tie stick with it for sure. I know you had the time in the sun with Uro and Oko, but that was definitely a little bit oppressive for sure. How do you tutor recur wheel? You can't tutor for wheel. But like against mill, like they'll just mill it and then you can bring it back with Luris. So that's kind of the hope. Um, I mean, like against Yawgmoth, like you can't exactly tutor for it, but like we would have like two Hushbringers, a wheel, two Void Walkers. So we just kind of have more like hate against that deck. Um, and wheel is an effect that doesn't get got by Grist, while Hushbringer does. So it's a little bit more insulated hate, I guess. Kahira. So is this either elementals or control? Looks like elementals. We don't have a fetch land, which kind of sucks. But let's bubble them. Nexus of Fate. Interesting. So we'll Thoughtseize them. Oh, it's Wilderness Reclamation. So I guess we'll take the Wilderness Rec. And then we'll just end step bobble them. We just hope to draw a Tarmogoyf, I guess? That's a card that is Growth Spiral. They'll probably ice our land here. Yeah, so we'll play the Goyf. Goyf was a really good draw here. So they can't bolt plus ice either. I wonder if it was worth icing from their point of view. So you know all the cards on their hand because we bubbled there at their end step. So we knew what card they were going to draw. Okay. Void Walker. So let's Inquisition them. I don't think it's worth playing the Void Walker first. And then that way this instant can grow the Tarmogoyf too. Okay. So play the Tarn. So take the Bolt. I wonder they'll ice the Void. Hey, how's it going, Scott? Long time no see, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate the sub. What up, buddy? Cool. So that was best case scenario for us, because that means we can have our Voidwalker hit play. Your government name. If I know people's names, maybe I shouldn't use their names, like their real names, but I don't know. I feel like it makes it more like friendlier vibe. But I guess I know some people are a little bit sensitive with that, so maybe I shouldn't do that for sure. We're being more Abzan than you. It's funny. Tarn. So their hand is Nexus. So we'll play the drum. And then we'll play Sentinel. Do you remember my name? I don't think you've ever told me your name. So we can just hold up Counterspell with Voidwalker. I don't hate that. I don't think I hate just holding up Voidwalker and just ignore the run in 6. Really? I guess I just never paid attention, which is my fault. Because I feel like a lot of time when I'm in like people's chats, I'm also like either A, like have it on in the background, so I'm not like really fully paying attention, or B, I watch it on my phone. Like I never watch the streams like live, so I actually like maybe the audio's off, and maybe I just misheard it or something. Okay. So we could have gone for lethal, but I still like holding up Counterspell. So we're just gonna attack them. Hit Goyf. Put Lurs in hand. So they can castle. Oh yeah, for sure. So they top bottomed. So Voidwalker kind of coming in clutch, right? Tarn. So they have Nexus. Unknown. Yeah, we know they have Nexus, right? Cool. I was like, I'm not missing anything, right? Just wanted to make sure I wasn't forgetting something or like. Hate you hate your opponent's deck after money pile. It is definitely an annoying deck for sure. Oh crap. Oh, I'm thanking MTG Bot for catching my typo. Okay, you're from anywhere. Reveal. So wheel stops Nexus. I don't know if that's enough though. I think we board in Liberator. Torak seems good. Damn seems bad. I think wheel does, right? Or is it? Actually, I don't know. Now that I read it, maybe I'm wrong. I don't think it's worth boarding in anyway, but just gonna pull up the deck list. I wonder if that's updated. Shark Typhoon. Unholy Heat counterspell. So I think Brutality is worth bringing in. Board out the Hole. I guess Hole answers Ren and 6. Like, these answers Ren and 6, but like I don't know if it's worth it. Pushes can come out. I think the Kai's-Gal can come out. I guess like these answer Shark, but not at instant speed. I think Pithing Needle can come in over Spell Bomb. Yeah. Maybe we want explosives just for Shark Typhoon, but that seems a little loose. I guess we can keep Prismatic Ending because it can maybe answer Wilderness Reclamation and answer Run and 6. But maybe that's it. Maybe Souls. Maybe one EE. Just to answer Shark. But it is interesting. I think that's a good judge question. Or is there a judge in the chat? Is there a judge in the chat? Oh, okay. So then it would be so then it wouldn't do anything. Good to know. Wouldn't do anything. I think we can do better than this. I think this hand's too reactive. This kind of auto loses the Ren and 6, but I think it's just okay. Because it doesn't auto lose the Ren and 6, but like it needs a lot of help. Hopefully it slows him down. Yeah. Thanks for looking that up for me, Last God. Appreciate it, buddy. Oh, Last God. You know, is your name Sam? I think that popped up in my head just now. I'm not gonna say your last name, but I think I know. I think I remember being Sam. You don't know how I know that it popped in my head because that's your Twitter name. I feel my brain sometimes works like that, where it just randomly pops in my head. But I'm glad I remembered it though. You have to give me credit though. I'm a little slow, but you have to give me credit. I don't know. That hit did not help though. That hint did not help, honestly. How's it going, Bob? Hope you're doing well, buddy. Congrats on your 3-1 on your prelim. That's pretty sick now. Really? I don't think that did not help me at all. That did not help me at all. I mean, I'm not really much of a Dr. Seuss fan, so that literally is like a foreign language to me. Like you're not talking English. Do they want Archmage's Charm? They do. They want 4. Fuck. I mean, this Sentinel is still in the way, so... Oh, fuck, I didn't want to play the Swamp. I wanted to play the Forest. Shit. Hopefully it doesn't matter. The reason being is because if we draw a discard spell, we can, like, make a construct and then, Thoughtseize it. But I guess we saw the drum, so it's okay. Didn't want to attack into a Shark Typhoon. That's why I didn't attack. Hey, how's it going, Rensley? I know this is way past your bedtime. Hope you're doing well, though. Tap land. Pretty good. Aggressive. I like it. So do this. Untap. I think we'll get a Shadows. We could get Pithing Needle and name Shark Typhoon. Do we hate that? I don't know. I totally forgot about that the redemption. I was gonna increase it because people kept cashing it in. That's why I think I increased it beforehand. They went 4 Shark Typhoon. I wish I could Brutality him before I get the needle. Fuck! 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 I don't hate going Pithing Needle named Shark Typhoon. And then I think we just Brutality. I guess we can attack first. Because if they have like Archwage or Ice or something. And since we named Shark Typhoon, we can attack like this. Oscar Pod, thank you for the follow. Real appreciate it. Last God, remind me to... Oh. That's fine. Let me make a mana here. So that they can't block it. This Springleaf Jump has just been very clutch. Like, just being, hey, I tap down this potential blocker that you can block my Sentinel. Really good. Oh, my Stream Deck did not update. I'm sorry. Let me update that. This one. Apologies, Oscar. I take 1. Okay. Now I think it's worth Brutality first. And I think my deck list is now updated. Yeah, now it's updated if you want to take a look. Okay. That's unfortunate. Let's attack. So they already paid for a Sentinel. So let's just throw this Goif out there. Yep. Veiler Summer's pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. This Wing Move Gem has been very good, though. Like, we're basically a Worth Manosaurus, and it's getting a lot of use out of this Esper Sentinel. Like, it's doing everything we wanted to. But this, depending what's in our opponent's hand. two pair. We have a 2 pair. Excuse me. We're gonna try to deploy Goisop because these are actually lethal here. Just buy listed a bunch of old EDH stuff to help pay for my paper legacy mana base. Also, nice. What's your legacy deck? I'm assuming are you on like Maverick or something? I used to play a lot of legacy, so I have like I think 3 Bayous. 2 Savannas, and 2 Scrublands, or maybe 3. I think I have some extra for EDH stuff. How good is Abzan Maverick and Legacy? Like, is it actually decent? Like, so like the Legacy deck that I played was before Deathlord Trauma got banned, and it was like Thoughtseize, it was like Thoughtseize, Hymn to Torak, and I feel like those cards just aren't good in Legacy anymore. So that kind of play style, I feel like it's not playable anymore, unfortunately. I feel like I used to love that deck. So they can't Shark. So they could chump, go to 1. It's better than when Ragavan was like, oh, interesting. I guess now that Ragavan is banned, I guess maybe discard spells are potentially better. I think I just have so much PTSD from like Uro and Modern that I just want to play Legacy that has Uro in it, you know? City of Traders. Those are worth a pretty penny now, right? They have instant enchantment, so the Goyf would bounce off the endurance. Three Thoughtseize sideboard. Going to 2. Probably won't want to try to make it top 8 out of 60. Nice. I just see a lot of Maverick that like maybe it's just because of obviously the deck I play. But like I see a lot of like, oh, I'm playing Maverick and Legacy, and I'm like, is it like I just it's just hard to see it being good for me because I feel like when I tried it, I just didn't like the playstyle. But maybe that's just me. Okay. I will let this happen. That's why would they do that right then? Because now my Goifs get bigger and their endurance gets smaller. Oh, they want to. Okay, that makes sense because they don't kill a construct. I'm still kind of confused. I don't know. I mean, they spent the fire. This is really bad against fire, but makes them have it. They still have to deal with the 2 goyfs. So the combo matchup is atrocious. It's not the best deck, that's for sure. I think that's the thing. Maybe that's why I was looking at it from that perspective. Um, Maybe that's not the right perspective to look at. I mean, I noticed that the deck has gone farther away from Chalice too, because I remember that deck used to run a lot of Chalice, right? It'd be like Mox Diamond Chalice, and it'd be like 100% all in on Chalice. Oh, interesting. How would it help? Like, well, what does the cycle ability help with? Because like you don't have Ren and 6 either, right? It's Abzan. So like, are you like recurring it? Like, what makes it good? No blocks. Are they hoping Bob kills me? How do I lose here? They can't even cast Endurance. I think this is safe just attack all. I don't. Okay. They can Endurance themselves? Go still 1. Okay. Okay. They just wanted to make me have it. I respect that. I respect it. Green White Depths run Mox Diamond and Chalice now. New Sage kills Dress Down's Bloodwood. Oh, Dress Down is legal in Legacy too. Forgot about it. Dress Down is like such a menace in Modern. I forget that's in Legacy too. Blood Moon, Saga, LED Cradle. Oh, interesting. It does kill Cradle. But like, I just don't see. I guess it goes. It's like forcible proof, but then like the decks that play Cradle don't run forcible, so like that's kind of a weirdo. I mean, you already run Wasteland, but like it's a Wasteland that, or it's like a Wasteland effect that they don't expect. I think the ramp effect is something that is not looked too much into. I feel like that drawback is a lot worse than people think. Cool. Turn 1 Sentinel into turn 2 Bob with against a Lur's opponent seems sweet. So we'll bobble. I don't think I want to bobble yet. Because like we already have our turn 2 lined up. I'd rather save the bobble for turn 3. Zuki Norris, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. Opponent said they're a fan in Gilakafa. Cool to see it. Love to see it. Love to see it. Boggles? Oh shit. Okay, I'm gonna crack this bubble now. I gotta crack this bubble now. We need a Kaya Scout ASAP, huh? Kaya Scout ASAP. And a third land. Or a Shadow Spear. Shadow Spear would be good too. Let's go to Forest and play a Bob. We're digging. Let's attack. If we trade, that'd be great. I'd rather else have a forest than a cradle help. So that's true. That's very true. It's crazy how like these different formats is just like there's so many other interplays. I like just I'm just so used to Modern, right? They're letting me draw. Okay. So Kaya's Guile. Um, Kaya's Guile. Shadow Spray doesn't exactly do it because they do have the Umbra. Oh, you have Loam. Duh. I'm so sorry, opponent. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Oh my. I'm sorry. And now we have Fatal Push. They need another Umbra. Diamond King, I want to play Abzan FNM. Got a non-Saga Luris version you can suggest? Non-Saga. You could honestly just take the list that I have, take out the portable hole, and just have either a fourth prismatic ending or like an abrupt decay or a fourth fatal push, or just that slot can really be anything. And honestly, I think it's fine. Like I think Esper Sentinel is good. Oh, but then you have to take out the tutor package. You have to take out the drum, the spear, and other stuff. That stuff could be like a flex spot, I think. I am very interested in stealing their Luris. So I'll play Voidwalker and pass. But Ferret Chippy, if you really do want me to like give you a more concrete answer, like I can actually pull up like I can make a list for you. You just have to like if you aren't in the Discord yet, join the Discord and then we can talk about it after my stream. I could talk about it. I don't know when you're going FNM, but I can talk about with you like tomorrow morning. Like before I go to work or something like that. We are drawing very hot. Very hot. We'll go. We don't have another green for forest, so we'll just get a plains. So we'll push this. We could cast off Voidwalker too, but I don't think it matters. We'll take the Umbra. So naturally drawing that Shadow Spear, huh? Naturally drawing that Shadow Spear. Why is that line of text even on that card? I honestly don't even know. I mean, Roundsy in the chat, he's been a huge advocate for this card before Urza Saga, like just as part of the Stoneforge Mystic package. And he's like, yeah, like it answers Boggles. It's great. And it never really came up until just then. And I will admit that was pretty backbreaking for our opponents. So Amulet is gonna start moving up the ladder board. So deck is getting really. Amulet's been like subtly just getting more and more play. Wasn't seeing. I feel like it hasn't seen as much play as it did in the past. You know, I don't think it's tier 1, but it's definitely tier 2 for sure. I kind of want to just like board out the Sentinels. I feel like it doesn't really tax them. It's either that or Void Walkers. I think we can keep in the push just because of exactly Shadow Sphere. But like this is like clean. I don't hate like Lingering Souls as like a chump blocker too. Like do we really need this Spell Bomb? Like they're like a Luris deck, so like technically we like might need it, but it's like not that good of a draw. And if anything, maybe we want the Lantern because they probably have Rest in Peace. Maybe something like this is fine. Ferret, pretty much. Pretty much. Like it wouldn't be anything too crazy. Like you could, like, if you really want to, like, play Stoneforge Mystic. I just don't think Stoneforge Mystic is that well positioned right now. But you could run it. Oh crap! I wanted to keep. Oh well. Kind of the same hand anyway. Veil of Summer, huh? I'm not gonna play into Veil of Summer, buddy. I will not play into Veil of Summer. I guess we can bubble now, cause that way we for sure get Triumph by the time we untap. I kind of want the Herbborg. It's like it actually makes our Voidwalker a good play. So we'll keep it, and then we'll just. What did they keep? I mean, are they just playing? Oh. Sure. So we'll triumph it up. So I feel like they're very representing Veil of Summer here. We could just play Bob. Like, Bob is fine. And next we're gonna go Voidwalker plus Portable Hole. I don't hate just like committing to the board. I'm gonna play the Urborg. Because I want to cast more spells next turn. I want to play Saga. I not even equipping Spear, just an artifact. Yeah, I love Spear and Kai Super against Boggles happened more than once for me now. Yeah, it's definitely very good against Boggles. No argument there. Is getting Luris range on us, and I want to play Luris. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. If you want to play Luris, then you could. I mean, you could just play more Voidwalkers. You can main deck Tarak. You can run more removal. Like, there's a lot of things you can do with those slots. There's plenty of good cards that you can run. Are we just gonna race? I don't want to play into a Veil of Summer. Like they're very, very like they're just representing that hard. That's a very good point, Ransley. Like, what kind of meta are you expecting for it? Because I think that will really dictate. Like, is there a lot of like Yawgmoth or big mana? You can have, more Voidwalkers. They are 1000% representing Veil of Summer here. So we are racing. We'll play this. We'll play a drum. And then we'll attack, play a construct, and then we can block the Sanctifier if need be. And then we can get Shadow Spear. Grixis Shadow, Burmagen, Lotus Field. Interesting. Then you'd probably want like 2 Damping Spear at minimum. Boomer Jund. I still think in that meta you want 4 Esper Sentinels. I don't think that changes. Okay. So if we block with their construct, okay, they don't attack. I was gonna say if they block, then they can just bring it back. So not really worth. Um, I think we can just attack with everything. Well, sorry, I'm gonna portable hold this, and I kind of want to attack with everything. This represents Dried Arbor, which is kind of awkward, so this Kai's Gal doesn't really do much. I'm not gonna make my land drop yet because if they do something, it might dictate if I want to play my Blooming Marsh or my Verdant Catacombs. If they get Dryad Arbor, they could block the Dark Confidant, which is fine. Because it just opens up the opens up for Kai's Guile. Like this is fine. I think I want to play Tarmogoyf. So we'll do that. This Springleaf Drum's so good. Springleaf Drum is just like every time I have like a Springleaf Drum play, it just like blows me every time how useful it is. I still think Saga an EE in the main is still good too, I think. Okay. I like the attack opponent. Just punch me in the mouth. Just punch me in the mouth. Unless they run 2 Dried Arbors. We read the Veil. We read the Veil. Is that path? Or Solitude? We kind of have to attack all. Cool. We could do that. That would be the cheeky play, but let's just kill him. They just draw lands. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Honestly, if we had more time, I would do that. But I've just been streaming so late that I just want to end the game. Vizix5129, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Good game, buddy. Thanks for dropping by to the stream. And appreciate your kind words before the match. Really appreciate it. Oh my god, this hand sucks. If we don't have a green source or a white source, you have the mulligan. We have Sentinel. I think we're gonna keep the Shadow Spear actually. And bottom the Urborg. This could be Tron. They mulliganed to 5 already. Oh, I really appreciate it. Thank you. I try to put a little bit more effort into it with the thumbnails, but it's definitely difficult. I'm gonna get Temple Garden with this, so that we can go with Saga. It's Tarmogoyf next turn. I noticed that my YouTube is not as popular as my Twitch, which is fine. But I'm just glad there's a way to like people can like tune into it. Since I know I do stream at a pretty awkward time for like the East Coasters. And then the Europeans is like morning time, right? So it's kind of a rough time slot for me, especially now. Ah, fuck, it's living in. Okay. Yeah, that's what I've heard, which is kind of the point, I think. And I'm glad that like that's a good draw. I'm glad people, tune in my content, whether it's live or just on YouTube. And I try my best to upload it on YouTube as like without much of a delay. And of course, if there's like a backlog, then like there's a backlog, and that's kind of how it was when I during like right before New Year's, because like I was like streaming every day, and I don't think uploading a video every day is like, I think it's good to pace that a little bit. But now that I'm kind of back to a normal schedule where I'm like streaming like twice a week, 3 times a week now, I try to upload it as fast as possible. No living end, no living end, no living end, no living end. But we do have the dam, so if they don't living end here, and we draw another source of mana, I guess we can get a. Okay, tap sucks. Oh, we're just gonna main phase it. We're gonna draw a card. I mean, it makes sense for them to do that. Okay, so we can take a hit. They're gonna architects us. Okay. So we could take a hit, go to take 10, go to 7, land. Great draw. Great draw. We don't have Swamp Walk for this. I think it's probably still worth just playing Shadow Spirit Tarmogoyf here. Hell, we could even probably race this. Honestly. We could honestly race this. Like, there's an argument for, like, not playing the Scottish right now. That's such a good draw. Like, honestly, that's a very good draw. We'll get Spellbomb. That way if they're living in again, it's fine. Attack. This is an awkward game, for sure. Don't think I would have given it Swamp Walk. Yeah, I guess I'm not even blocking. Scry is good. So maybe I should have played the Gauntlet Shrine. Because I'm not blocking here. Saga doing work. Another curator. Okay. Think about attack with the Street Wraith, which I think is a good attack. Yeah, it's Saga's very, very good. Pretty broken. Not gonna lie. It's kind of a broken Magic card. They go to 5, we go to 13. I think it's worth trading here. Maybe I should equip the construct so that it like survives. Yeah, maybe I should equip the construct here. I didn't think about it too much. So we died a violent outburst, but I don't think we have an out to that. Oh, do they have violent outburst? Maybe I guess I could have blocked here. I should have done the math. Oh, I should have done the math. I should have just not played the Gauntlet Shrine and then left the construct black to block. Oh my god, that's a third violent outburst too. That's really unfortunate, but oh well. There's a lot of bad cards. Like the Sentinels aren't good, the endings aren't good, the pushes aren't good. The hole isn't good. Like our this matchup's actually kind of awkward. Like our hate pieces go so far, but then like we also have a lot of dead cards that don't do much. Maybe we just board in Turak. Like we need 5 cards. Guess Brutality isn't bad. Especially on the play. Maybe we just want the Sentinels. Because it's clean like that. Damn, I should have thought about it more. Hand's pretty good. I'm not gonna get green source. I think we're gonna go Sentinel into Bob. I don't think we're gonna play Tarmogoyf. I rest that turn. Should have thought about it more. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's true. It might be better than a Sentinel, but since I played the Saga, play around Force of, I guess maybe they wouldn't bring a Force of Rigor, and if they do, that kind of doesn't matter anyway. So they could live again before we get the um, artifacting off Saga. I think Sworn could be worthwhile, especially if like I guess we're playing that. I could see it over this Wheel of Sun and Moon slot for sure. Yeah, I think that's worth noting, Roundsley. Because now they can living end here. And then we're kind of fucked. So I can say Gara for going turn 1 Saga for sure. Oh man, they hit they hit another creature. So this is like a little too slow. Okay, so we need a dam off the top. Jeez. Too slow. Oh. I did not expect that. And I am very happy to see that, actually. I'm like very happy to see that sideboard configuration. Like, you have no idea. Like, that's really, really good for us. So we could go Lantern Sentinel or play Goyf. And I think I like going Lantern Sentinel. Cause like we can beat this beat this deck by just getting Shadow Spear and just racing. The Valiant Outburst. I think our life total actually matters. So I think I'll block like that. I don't think we really need any more cards. The Sentinel's just doing work. I think we make a construct, play Tarmogoyf. So the next we get Shadow Spear. Sure. Let's make a construct. Yeah, this postboard configuration for them, I don't think is gonna work out for them. I think I have to get Swamp because of Tarak. Our mana is also kind of awkward, but I guess we do have to get Forest. We're just never going to cast this Tarak. This Tarak is kind of pointless, I think. So Kapir. Wow. Interesting. I think it's safer just to attack with this construct. Wow, they're taking it. Yeah, apparently, Ferret. Apparently. Again, them transforming into this, very good for us. Like the hardest thing about beating like actual teamer rhinos is like they're like a mid range deck that also plays like Blood Moon and like has a mid range game that's actually pretty good against us. But this is nowhere near that. And Sentinel's just drawing us like a jillion cards, of course. Sure. Would they pitch the Force a weaker? Interesting. So we'll get Bobble. Maelstrom Pulse one time. Unfortunately, we don't have Maelstrom Pulse in the deck. Trying to figure if we want to attack with this construct. It does, like, attacking with a construct means it's the same as them blocking with one, but that also works the other way around. But like, it forces a block. They have to go 3-on-1 Rhino. Three Rhinos on one construct. Trying to see if it's worth like. If they go 3-on-1, they could also just like block 2. I think it's worth. If we go to 21, they have to block with 2, so they have 3 Rhinos left. I think it's okay to attack like this. Cool. Logging my wheel as I keep putting rounds back in there for Cascaders. I think that's fine. I think that's fine, rounds, because it's like They only cast 2? Trying to figure if I want to equip here. Yeah. I mean, once I get to the 5th one, then sure. You're right. I'm gonna play a Voidwalker. Because this just wins. For some reason, WOG triggered it for some reason. Do they keep the rhinos? I feel like they don't, right? They just like really witnessed like they just played 3 crashing footballs and didn't do anything. I feel like they have to go back to the living in plan, right? Like they just have to, right? Like the rhinos plan really just doesn't matter. Like, do we have like 1 explosive just in case? I think the wheel's too slow on the draw. So maybe we just have 1 of these. I don't know. I feel like they just really they cast 3 rhinos and it didn't do shit. Like it didn't do anything. I think it's okay. I think it's worth bobbling us. And then maybe just going double discard spell next turn. We'll scry trick ourselves, I think. Forest. So that just means that we can just cast as Inquisition, I think. There's an argument for like saving it, but I kind of want to cast as Goyf. How's it going, Mark? Hope you're well, buddy. Took 1. We do need to draw some hate, though. That's not good. Hate. It's kind of slow. It's kind of slow. So as long as we can dodge 1 Cascader here. This Voidwalker should be pretty good. Damn it. It's okay. We can go Goyf. Nah, it's sacked by then. We need this dam to like really pay dividends here. We need to draw like that's not good because we gotta have the double white in play. And I don't want to fetch shock. If we take a minimum of 10. So they could have force in hand. If they have force in hand, that really sucks. No force one time. No force one time. No force one time. I guess they could also sell a Violent Outburst, and that's also very bad for us. I could have attacked, but GG. I should have won game 1. That's my fault. That was my fault. Not thinking about the math. Like, we could have easily won game 1, I think. Like, don't play the swap. No, don't play the Godless Shrine. Don't attack with the... Like, I should have thought about Violent Outburst as an out. I just wasn't, like, thinking about the outs that they could have. Will you forgive me? We just need to... You just need to figure yourself. I don't know. I get pretty hard on myself about these lines, and I think a lot of this has just me being tired. Like, this is like... I usually end my stream at this time, and like I'm like shifting my schedule because of like this life obligations I have now. So it's definitely a little rough trying to get used to it. I just love turn 1 Esper Sentinel on the play. Yeah, I know. It's definitely like not a good idea. Like I noticed like my last couple streams too, like my first 2 matches are like solid and then like it starts petering and it's just like damn it. Well, midnight here, yeah. Grazer or Amulet? Grazer makes sense. So they have Amulet on in hand. Oh, they have Saga, fuck. We could... Oh, we're not attacking. So... It's unfortunate. Like, our hand doesn't really do anything. So they can make a construct. So they have double Amulet? Yikes. Oh, yeah. Same Roundsley. Same Z's. Same Z's. So it's like it's like the first couple rounds are okay. It's like once you get to like tail end of that tournament, and it's just like, and then like at these tournaments, I never eat well either. So I'm like hungry and sleepy, and that's just a bad formula for me. How much to play a non-Lurus deck? What do you mean, Mark? What do you mean by that, Mark? They can do all this and make a token. Wants to play a Yorion version? That's exactly what he does not want. Christ. So they have Cavern to Unknown. That's a turn, huh? It's a turn if I... So... Two options. I think if they have Primeval... Like, they bounce Cavern. I think they're just gonna make a Saga token. I think what we need to do is we just need to dam the board. Because they're gonna make constructs. And then just try to win that way, which is good. I don't think damning a Dryad is a winning line. I think we need to just put Lurus in hand. And then hope like their line is just Saga. If they have a like, we could just die to Primal Titan here, of course, but so you want me to play Tron? Is that what you're telling me, Mark? Or Mill? It's funny because like, um, my friend who like plays Mill was like, "Hey, can I come on your stream and then like I can play Mill with you?" And I'm like, "No one's gonna want to watch that." I'll tell you that right now. No one's gonna want to watch that. I'm sorry. That's not happening. So we just need to dodge Titan. Next time we go Lurus, Tarmogoyf, Bobble. Yeah, that's the thing. Like Mark is no like every like there's that time where I just jammed Yorion Abzan for the longest time, and Mark, you hated it. You literally come in like in the like right when I start, you feel like, "Oh, this sucks," and you just leave. And you drop a sub and then you'd leave, which is so funny. I find that hilarious. So we spent our one dam already. So I don't know how good this Void Walker is going to be. Another Dryad. Okay, so the hand is Cavern Unknown. Oh, wait, what did they search for? Oh, they searched for the Growth Chamber. Okay. So that means they have Titan, right? Why else would they get a Growth Chamber? Yeah, they have Titan. The last card is Titan, which sucks. And we spent our dam already. Damn. Okay. Damping Spear, Liberator, second dam, 2 Tarax. Hushbringer. I think we can bore out the Sentinels. I don't think we want Hole. Definitely don't want Spell Bomb. I think 3 push is okay for exactly Dryad, but that's about it. I think this is fine. 1 card, maybe trim a push. Souls, Brutality, Wheel. I don't think we want Needle. I'm glad you have a priority straight, Mark. Definitely have to feed the kids first. I definitely support that for sure. Alright, we can bubble trick ourselves and Thoughtseize. Tarmogoyf. Can't really mulligan this hand. Can't mulligan the Thoughtseize Tarmogoyf hand, I think. Just interact. Tarmogoyf, beat face. Especially with the bobble hand too. Fatal Push is, I think, something we don't want. So we'll go to Overgrown Tomb. I guess it's worth bobbling them. Simic Growth Chamber. I think we take the Grazer. I think we have to aggro them out. Don't think we can let them ramp. We could take Dryad, but then they just like the fact that they had Saga means like I kind of just have to like Tarmogoyf kill him. Oh, now we have an out to Dryad now. It's good. Saga on 1. Tipping Spear is a good draw. I think we're gonna go Saga ourselves. Actually, I should have played the Saga. Because I'm going to play Damping Spear. Should have thought about that. It just makes it seem like I top decked it now. Which is fine. Next turn we have Prismatic Ending plus... Skoos is really slow, though. I think that's the problem, Mark. I tried a higher end one, and it just wasn't great. Fuck. Do we just have to ending this Dryad? Knowing that we have a Damping Spear in play? I think so. God, this Urza was so bad on turn 2. Because I'm not even going to use the mana. Yeah, we can't let them... we can't let them go wild with this Dryad. I wish we could equip. That Saga just like was... it grows a Tarmogoyf technically, but not the best use, of course. Didn't cost me the game, though. Thank God. They don't have green mana, though, Roundsley. They do not have green mana. I guess they did have Simic Growth Chamber, but I think that would have been too slow anyway. Talkative is about Scoos, and I think the perception of Scoos being slow isn't right, for instance. But that's a different deck, though. Like, he's looking at a perspective in a black green Yawgmoth deck with, like, 6 mana dorks. And in Yawgmoth, it's very, very good. Like, he's looking at it from a, you know, a black green combo deck with a mid range, you know, grind like plan B that's actually sometimes more often not your plan A with mana dorks, and just going turn 2 scoos have green mana is great. So if your deck has if you're on Hierarch Xan, then yes, I think scoos is going to be good in the deck. I think that in Abzan specifically, you want to be black white base anyway, so you're not going to have green as your primary color for mana dorks first off, and second off, I don't think you want to mana dorks in your deck anyway. I don't think that version is. Maybe I'm just comparing it from a Saga point of view, because like every time I'll play an Abzan mid range deck that's not Saga plus Lurrus, the power level is just so low, and like Scoos is just without mana dorks, without the acceleration, is just it just falls apart. Like people look at a card like Scoos and think it's really good, but then it also just isn't. Like it needs a lot of context behind it, you know. I don't think Black Green is good because of Scoos though. I think Black Green is good because of Saga. And I know you don't want to play Saga, and I know you don't want to play Lurrus, but I think Black Green Rock is a good deck with Lurrus and Urza Saga. I don't think a traditional Boomer Rock build is good right now, because you lose against all the mid range decks because you off the bat you don't have the 8th card. You lose the power level of Urza Saga, and there's no payoff to not having Urza Saga. Like if there was like a downside to playing Urza Saga, I could see it, but like Urza Saga is just so free, you know. It's so free. Prismatic ending one time. That's not a prismatic ending. I think I'm gonna have to get Gala Shrine. It's kind of a painful hand. we 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 don't have Urza Saga, so they could go T West Outland Liberator. We'll slam Bob. Caxips06, how's it going? Thank you for your first time entering the chat. But Lecture Bob has Lurrus and Saga, right? I don't think we want Saga because they have Force. So we'll get a Forest. This doesn't do anything right now. I think we'll pass. I think we'll not reveal Kai's Guile. Sack make a 1/1. So now we can Prismatic Ending the Amulet. Okay. The head is very bad. Go to planes. Nice force of vigor, buddy. Would be ashamed if I did not have Saga. Alright, we're gonna race before our own Bob kills us, huh? They have Primeval Titan, we just damn it. But they could just get... so that's a card they drew. Oh, so they can get Teleros. That's a really... that was like the best draw. So they bounced Teleria West. They didn't get Summoner's Pack, though. Interesting. That's a good draw. That's a good draw, too. It's a very good draw. Did they return again? It was an island, right? No, it was a Teleria West. Sorry. The last card is a Teleria West. So it's force. So that's quick. Forest, basic forest, force of vigor, and castle in Teleria West. So Inquisition doesn't do anything. Thoughtseize doesn't do anything. I think what we want to do is I want to Luris bobble them just to get full information, and then play a Hushbringer or a Voidwalker. So let's go Luris. And then we'll play mana open to give us the option to either play Voidwalker or Hushbringer. So what are they drawing? The Dryad. That technically doesn't do anything. We could Ending a Bob. Yeah, Bob is getting kind of close to us, huh? We have real Hushbringer and Voidwalker. So they could Dryad. 1, 2, 3. And then Teleria West. They go to 7. I don't think we can Ending a Bob. I don't think we can Ending a Bob. I think we need to commit to the board. Yeah, I'm trying to attack. I passed priority. Their head is Forest, Basic Force, Force of Vigor, Castle Garenbrig, and Teleria West. They can go Dryad, and then Teleria West then. But they'll probably go Dryad and make a token. They don't have double blue. Sorry, you wrote double 4. They don't have double blue, but they will have double blue after they Dryad. Check is okay. I don't think we can be scared and die to our own Bob. I think we need to end the game now. That being said, do we need to end the game now? We know they're gonna draw. Like, we could just go Hushbringer next turn. We have the Dam. Actually, no. I think I actually like ending the Bob. It's just like I feel like we're very ahead. I think maybe that is the line. Because how do we lose from this spot? And is it to our own Bobs? Because they could go Dryad, make a dude. We ending Dryad. We attack with everything. They block here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it would be lethal. Yeah, I think I do ending a Bob now. I think that is the line. Yeah. I'm convinced now. How do we lose the EE? I don't understand. That seals it up, I think. Oh, I guess they have the force. I think them transmuting for an EE is a losing is a line to not lose. So the hand is force. And Mark, I know you hate Urza Saga, but this is like a prime example of why Urza Saga is so good, because they just board in Force Vigor and it's just like a dead card, right? Well, I'm glad we ending our ball because you would have died. So we'll bobble. Bobble them. Another Summoner's Pact. So this Hushbringer seems pretty good here. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to... I think what we're going to do is we're going to Kaya's Guile, make them sack gain 4, and then play Hushbringer. We could also Dam, but then we can't fetch Shock. I mean, I guess we could fetch Shock after we gain 4. So we go up to 6 and then go down to 3. Do we have anywhere 3s in the deck? I don't think so. It's only Kaya Skyle. So we could draw. Oh, we don't have any. We don't die to it, right? They can't sack a token. They only have 1 mana available. Yeah. So I think we make them sack gain 4, play Kaya's guy or Hushbringer, and then like Prime Time doesn't do anything, and then we damn it. 1, 2. So 1, 2. Oh, wait. Oh yeah, because the Prime Titan, like even if they cast it, doesn't do anything. Because they could just get like I was gonna think like, oh, they can just get Amulet, but like that doesn't do anything. So I think this is safe to sack gain 4. I don't think so. I don't think they have anything that can destroy Hushbringer that they can Summoner's Pact for. The cool thing too is they're at 1, and this is lethal with flying. So I don't know what they could draw, like what they could pack for that like wins the game. Because if they get Primal Titan, we have 2 flyers. So like this Hushbringer being really really good. If this really stops them. I kind of want to screenshot this, send this to Francisco, and be like, do they have any outs here? Because like this is full information. We know they're gonna have Pact in hand. Hushringo or yeah, that I'm really glad you pointed that out, Ronzi. I think your initial assessment of like having Hushbringer over Torpor is very relevant here. I was expecting this to be a lot better against like Yawgmoth, but like in this spot with Force Vigor, Hushbringer is just so much better, right? Because they could have just like I don't remember if they were tapped out. They know they were tapped. They only had, I mean, they could go like end of turn Force Vigor plus Pact, which is like pretty bad, but I think just like them, like it just shuts off more. Like it shuts off their anti-hate. I don't know. I think this is like a really interesting spot, and I'm not gonna like say our opponent doesn't know what to do. Like I'm sure they're trying to figure that out right now, but like I wonder if there is an out to this. Like I'm very curious. I wrote quite the puzzle, huh? It's a really tough spot for them. Again, I'm really glad we ending our Bob though. Like I was like, I'm glad like they kind of had to like pause because it really got me to like think about it. And I think my initial reaction is no, but like but like thinking really about it, I was like kind of really evaluating the situation. Like I like I feel like we're really really ahead, and it's like our game to lose, and I feel like it's difficult to really accept that when you're like piloting it because like this is such a bad matchup. Opponent said they could have put me to 1, but they didn't want me to risk flipping a land, and then we would have just won, right? Which is an interesting line to take too. We have so many cards, yeah. I mean it's Bob and the Bobble Luris engine too. Like we have two. We just don't have enough land to play all of our cards out. Relic. Oh, interesting. I think this is a good line, but I don't know what you could dig for. Interesting. I'm just gonna F6. Typing in chat. Even Hornikun would have done anything because of Hushbringer. So they're like, I can show you it because it's always interesting talking about lines. I love talking about these lines with opponents because it's like Magic's a game where like outside of Tron, Magic's a game where you can take a jillion lines. As we saw here, like I love games like this because you could have taken like any little slight change, the game could have gone a different way, right? And they said last turn I could have got Valakon put you to one, but didn't want to risk flipping land. I think being results oriented, we did flip Kaya's Guile into Tarmogoyf. So I like those. That's kind of being results oriented. But I think what our opponent did play correctly. Just because of the fact that we are a well, I guess we don't. I guess they don't know that we are a 24 land deck, but they did see baubles, right? So they assume we're on 4 baubles. So the fact that we're 24 lands plus 8 baubles, I don't know how many cards we drew at that point. It's 2 baubles and then a few lands. But like we went through half the deck, right? So I think that's actually a lot of air. I don't think our opponent should risk that. I think them banking on Bob killing us is actually incorrect. If it's like a one shotter, because I'm assuming it's a situation where like if they, it's either they hope Bob kills us or they die. I think that's just incorrect, just mathematically. Unless you want it to be a coin flip, then that's fine. If you think you have an out that works out later, sure. I don't think you can expect Hushbringer out of us, right? Um, because I don't want to. I feel like there's a lot of situations where you take a line that is loses the game, but I still think it's correct. And I think a lot of Magic players fall through that fallacy where it's like, oh, I lost, I took the wrong line. I think that our opponent's line was still correct in my opinion. I just like they have Summoner's Pact, right? So it's like they think they're gonna be able to tighten with Valakon in play, you know? So it's like I think that's a better line to go for than to hope we flip our Bob, knowing like the card that they have, which is Summoner's Pact, right? But we'll see. I just remember where I have lost with the full board before. What do you mean? Like you lost to Dark Confidant or you lost to Amulet? What do you mean by that, Ransley? I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna refill my water cup. Please give me. What the hell is this? Something just fell. Oh, I gotta add that later. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get refill my water cup. Um, please just give me like 2 minutes. Oh yeah. So you're saying you got PTSD from that? Hornet Queen, Hornet Queen. I've definitely like. I think we've all been there. Like you're like, cool. I have like double Goif, and they're gonna die next turn, and they just Summoners Pack for Hornet Queen, and you're just like, fuck. I wonder if it's still played though. I feel like a deck like Amulet, you can kind of just like play whatever fat green fatty you really want, and I think Hornet Queen actually has some merit being able to like just make a bunch of one with Death Touchers. So like, I understand Shadow Spear is a thing, but like being able to like have all these chump blockers for like Equimothnessus and stuff like seems decent. Like I wonder if it's worth it. Like knowing you have just like having out for the Shadow Spear. Sorry, I was fixing my thingy. Whoa, I was fixing my tray thingy. But like if you have an out for Shadow Spear, or like make them have Shadow Spear, and then you like slam Hornet Queen. Yeah, I've seen that too. I've seen Punt and Wine like play with like the 4 mana. Let me pull it up. Let me go to his Twitter. On the draw. Seems fine. Yorion, not good. Can't find it. It was like a 5 mana, like 4/4 haste that had like protection or something. I don't remember. Yorion Ignoble Hierarch. That thing is going to die. I don't know. It was like a 5 mana. I don't know if it was like a meme or not, but like I think the point is like you can really like um jam whatever you really want in these Amulet lists and be okay. I think we're gonna get basic swamp with these triple Mars flats hand, and then I think I get Voidwalker down. I want to get Ren in sixth. Yorion Forest Raging Ravine. This is an interesting game. It's gonna be Blood Moon. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Avalanche Riders. Okay. I'm gonna still play around Blood Moon, I think. Naya Panza, yeah. But Noble Hierarch though? That's so weird. And Wallow Brutes? What is happening? What is happening? Interesting. Okay, well I wish we drew Bob. We're gonna shuffle that away, I think. So I guess we could play Voidwalker, put Luris in hand. So we're just insulated against Blood Moon now. Leave the Bob on tap just because we can potentially block with it if we need be. It looks like it's Kiki chord. Like that makes sense. Having like some sort of chord tutor effect, especially with Wall of Roots, just makes sense. Imperial Recruiter. Okay. Birds of Paradise. Oh, so they want mana. Okay, well, Bob, please draw me into some, please. Robert. Draw me into some removal. That is not removal, Bob. That is not removal. Need to wake Might mana? Yeah, it seems like it. Mistress Bauble. Should we Avalanche Riders though? Is that too wild? I could loop Avalanche Riders, yeah. I actually kind of like that. I have to pay for its echo though. I think I gotta do it. Too bad I already brought the bauble back. I should have thought about it first. I wonder if I want to trade Bob with Recruiter. I don't think so. I guess I can bobble them, see what they're gonna draw. Forest. I think we're gonna fetch. Thoughtseize. Ha. Interesting. I think we block with Bob here. I don't think so. It's kind of a free block. We just bring it back. We'll let this go. We just keep drawing Boggles. Yeah, we can't sacrifice a Mishra's Bauble. That's awkward. Do we Thoughtseize here? I guess we kind of have to, huh? Well, I'm glad I Thoughtseized. Really need a Fatal Push. It's an interesting deck, to say the least. What are they doing? The hand is Ewit. They're courting. Jeez. We are just kind of fucked, huh? Oh my god. This card single-handedly just fucked us. Of course the Fury is what did it, but... Wow, okay. Those Hushbringers, huh? I think the dance seems good. Tarax seems good. I did not, Roundsley. I did not draw a single removal spell. The Sentinel seemed pretty bad, as is the... I mean, the Spellbomb stops Eternal Witness, but I don't think that's worth it. This seems fine, I think. Maybe I should have just raced. Because, like, they also needed the white mana. Like, the Raging Ravine didn't do anything. That's a crazy card, yeah. EDH staple, huh? EDH staple. What a match. What a match to end the league on, huh? Can you imagine if we were 4-0? If we played against this deck, I would not be very happy. I think we have to play around Blood Moon here. At least get basic Swamp. Oh, that's pretty good tech. I know there's like Sigarda, but like 4 mana and 5 mana obviously is a huge difference. We can push the Reading. So I guess we just take the Cord. We can ignore Anger, I think. So we're gonna discard their hand just shreds, but I guess we could Thoughtseize them. Reading doesn't really do anything. I think we take Fury, Yasharn. Try to sequence. So next turn we can. So we can do Thoughtseize now, or we could just. We could Thoughtseize, or we could just play Triumph, and then next turn we can get Luris. Yeah. I kind of want to just play this Triumph. So I think we just take the Yasharn first. Or maybe we just take Fury because it's like the most broken card, essentially. Not broken card, that's not what I say. The card that like hurts us the most. Because if we're not going to Thoughtseize this turn, we might as well take the most powerful card and then like proceed from there, right? Because next turn we can like Thoughtseize plus push if need be. So now I think I like Thoughtseize in the Yasharn. Yeah, so I got punished for not Thoughtseizing. I don't want them to get the value off of it. And then I'll play the Redain. We'll basic force, push it. Okay, I didn't think you could play the backside, but okay. I guess I could Inquisition. Oh, fuck me. Oh my god. Maybe I should read the card. Oh my god. Valkyra. Read the fucking card, Kev. Fuck. So they have anger. Oh god. Awkward because anger also kills her voice. We really need just like something else. God damn it. Why didn't I Inquisition first? I didn't realize it was you. I thought it was another permanent you control. Okay. I'm gonna wait until they put Yorion in hand. Forest. And without Yorion, I think I have to just take this. So they have anger. Damn it. Okay. I think we're gonna push this. No, damn. Yeah, it's a sick pile. This is the type of deck that just like loses to a lot of things, but it beats up on decks like ours that just are fair, right? Damn it. They shouldn't have a Anger in hand, and we'd have a Lurus going. Definitely doing weird stuff for sure. Cool. Ah, let me tap a little bit better. It's not gonna matter, but so make them anger here. Oh, they don't even have red mana, huh? They don't even have red mana. I think we have to push here. Do they have red mana? Oh my god. That's quite the top deck, huh? Did we boarding Pithing Needle? Feel the ruin. Bob. I guess we're gonna gain life. So I think I'm okay with this. We did not boarding Pithing Needle. So they could field my Saga, get red, and then anger. So I'm gonna just pass the turn, not play the Bob. So maybe I should shuffle it away now that I think about it. Yeah. Another field of Wincher. So let's bubble check ourselves. Urborg. Oh, I'm sorry. My mic keeps turning off on its own. Apologize. Just a 3/4 flyer is also just very good. I got just destroyed by this deck. Yeah, that turn where I like just didn't read the shield. And I could have just like Inquisition first and then just gotten Luris the following turn. So then we'd have a Luris that would just be unmolested for a couple turns. That Hushbringer is just too late. I don't think so, Chaos. Like, I think this deck looks really good because, like, this deck feasts on decks like ours, where they just, like, outvalue us. I don't think this deck really has much legs against other decks on the front. Like, how does this deck beat Hammer? Right? How does this deck beat Hammer? How does this deck beat, like... There's a lot of weaknesses in this deck, for sure, right? I mean, it's a cool deck. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a really, really cool deck. I like it a lot. I just don't want. Cool. Good game. I mean, Hammer can easily beat a removal spell or two. I think that's the thing. It's a cool deck though. Like I really respect our opponent on this on that deck. It just looks really good against like a deck like ours where they kind of feast on us. It's like Value Town, like Greenway Value Town, where like that deck like really is only good against like Jund, like back in the day, and then like it literally kind of loses against everything else. So like if your meta is like Jund heavy at that time, like the deck's fantastic, right? But then like why don't you just play Tron then, right? To like feast on that kind of deck. And like this deck is cool. Like I don't want to like bash our opponent too much. I just feel like um a lot of people kind of like put too much stock in that kind of deck when they really shouldn't. From a competitive standpoint, obviously you want to have like fun and you want to like Vivian raid people. Like it's the deck's fantastic. I think I'm looking at it from like a strictly like a spike level perspective. Because I mean, like we're also playing a non-tier deck either, right? But I think there's also a lot of points for just being unknown, right? Like I just didn't realize the shield. Also, like I misread the card. I thought it was just protected your creatures. I didn't realize it protected the actual player too. So like Inquisition got, which is unfortunate, but it happens, right? Um, I mean, it's a cool deck. I really want to make that clear. I think it's a really cool deck, but I think a lot of people kind of just like how their mouths watering with that, and then they'll play a league, and then they just like kind of like of course they'll win a match or two, right? But I think like from a consistency point of view, I don't think that deck is where you want to be, right? I rode Will Hazard to a lot of wins during his honor. Yeah, and I think that's the thing. Like you can have a meta call, right? The deck can be good in certain metas. Um, Spending for my willies to have it died only or push feels bad. I tried to yeah, and that's the thing. Like you just can't play 4 mana like this deck. You just like how does this deck beat Regavan? You know, sure you can have your dorks and then you just like and then like you can say has Fury and stuff, but like you're also 2 for anyone yourself in those matchups. You know, and that's what you don't want to do, of course. But that being said, it is a cool list. Like has a Blood Moon backup plan, and pre-recruiter like tutor up like Magus of the Moon. Um, Fury is also very, very powerful and absolutely destroys us. But like we just lose to Fury a lot of times anyway, especially when we don't draw Tarmogoyf. I just want to play something different. I've been trying to build a Bant or Sultai deck for like 6 months now. I honestly think you can jam Urza Saga in every color combination, and I think I proved it with Abzan. Like if you want to do Bant, you can do Esper Sentinel Saga, and then you can just have green, and just play like it's just you can just build a good stuff deck, and it's just if you don't want to play Urza Saga, then then what do you want to do? Like, do you want to go Snow? Do you want to go over the top with like Value? Do you want to play Control? Like, what do you want to what do you want to do? And it seems like what you're trying to do, Chaos, is you don't really want to, like, you want to win, of course, but I feel like you're not trying to find the best possible version, right? Because I feel like you're prioritizing play patterns over like the best possible build, which is fine. That's not a bad thing. Um, like for me, it's like I'm trying to find the best build of Abzan because I'm trying to, trophy. I'm trying to go infinite. I don't want to just hemorrhage play points trying to play decks that are that might be fun for a league or two. Like last league we played Fiddlebender. I don't think the deck's good, but just I wanted to play something different, and it's fine to change it up every now and then. Um, so I don't want that to be frowned upon, but I just want to make it clear that's why I'm jamming this list constantly, just because I think it's just the best version of Abzan. I don't mind changing them every now and then, but that's not going to be the goal for this channel. Um, but if you want to build like a Bant or a Sultai deck, it's just a matter of like what do you want to do within those colors. If you're not trying to find the most optimal build, because if the most optimal build in Bant, I think you can easily build like a Esper Sentinel. Like I think you can like leading on Esper Sentinel Urza Saga is such a good like starting point in Bant. But if you don't want to play Urza Saga, then it's like, what do you want to do? Like, I think that's what you really have to ultimately ask yourself. Like, you're going to play Sultai. Do you want to be a discard deck? Do you want to be a control deck? Do you want to be, like, I think that's really what you want to ask yourself when you have such an open-ended option like that. I mean, if you want to join the Discord cast, I'd love to build a deck with you if you want. I, like, it's well, I was saying, like I don't just talk about Abzan. I like helping other people build their decks for what they want to do too. Um, just play a lantern. I don't know about that. I don't found fun, and that takes a long time. Right now, I think you have to look at MH1 and MH2 cards to get the optimals. Exactly, that's a very good point, and it's one of those things where like my starting if like building a competitive deck, like the starting point you always want to have is um have a companion if you're playing a fair deck and play Urza Saga. And I think that's just the floor is so high if you want to win. But again, if Chaos doesn't want to do that, then that's something different, right? Even Abzan Lantern's playing Prismatic Ending and Dothy. Is it really? I don't think they're playing Dothy. Oh, because then you can play whatever you mill. That's cool. That's pretty sick. Dothy does make sense. I need to find a control build that slaps Urian Pals and GDS for my local meta. A control build that slaps Yorion Piles. I mean, Solitude is pretty good against Grex's Death Shadow. So you want to be white. But against like the good stuff piles, I think that's hard. Because like the good stuff piles like just go over the top of every control deck. And I think that's hard to really combat that. I think it's hard to attack both. Mike Devo's very sweet. I'm a big fan of Mike Devo. So I'll check him out. He hasn't been streaming as much, I don't think. Yeah, Yorin is built rec control, so I think you can build your deck to beat Grixis the Shadow. I think beating your deck to beat Yorion Pals is where it's hard because that's just a bad matchup, I think. And I hate Yorion Pals, to get me wrong. But you can like have a bunch of like Torp Orbs and like I mean you can also just have no creatures, so then like the Furies and Solitudes don't do anything. And then just try to prioritize killing Omnath. But I really appreciate everyone tuning in out. This is like way later than I usually stream. So just want to give a shout out to everyone in the chat who is hanging out and having fun tuning in. 45 viewers is a great showing considering that this is my stream schedule is shifting. But I think our results still solid. Like can never complain about 3-2 when we're just jamming, getting more data. I think Wheel of Sun and Moon is a little too slow, a little too cute. I think this is a flex up that we're just gonna be trying as everything else I really like. But I mean the new set's coming out, so everything's gonna change. So I'm just kind of just trying different things. I think Kamigawa is gonna be live in a week or two, so there's not gonna be that many streams anyway. With the current this Saga build, but I kind of want to jam it just because I've been enjoying it as well, right? But if there's like any other suggestions for what I should play, you can post in the Discord. Um, this person doesn't have a camera, but it looks like they're playing some sort of Stoneblade. Oh, they're playing Legacy. I don't know if people want to raid Legacy. This person's brewing modern beers. Brewing modern, but they're not playing. So it's either that. Oh, we can do Friday Night Modern. Let's raid this person. Yeah, sorry, Rounsley. I know you're. It's way past your bedtime, so I really appreciate you, especially for tuning in. How's it going, John? You're up late too. And Scavenging Ooze is a very gonna be a very good card. I'm looking forward to building an Abzan deck. I don't know how good it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be very good. But it's gonna be Luris with Stoneforge Mystic in it. It's gonna be way hard artifact heavy. So we're gonna have Tideholder Scullers 2 and then Cranial Plating. So I think that build's gonna be sweet. So it's gonna be like Esper Sentinel, Stoneforge Mystic, Scavenging Ooze, maybe one or two of those. I think that one black equipment that's a 3/1 with Menace, and then if you equip for 4, the equip creature becomes a base 5/5 stat. I think that card has a lot of weight potentially in that kind of shell. And then you have Cranial Plating, and I think Lightning Greaves, I think as a one of, I think would be really cute. So I think that'd be really cool to try out. I think that's gonna be the first list I try. The second list is probably just gonna be just adding the one Scavenging Ooze. Maybe over the Portable Hole, maybe having them over Dalthy Voidwalkers. I think Voidwalkers are really good though, and I like the Voidwalkers with that card because like the cat equipment just grows so fast, and you put it on Shadow and you attack for just attack through. I think is very powerful. So making room for that's going to be probably number one. Maybe just over the Kai'Sa, but Kai'Sa is also very good. But we'll see. But I think so. I think I really want to try that Stoneforge Mystic build first, and then like make minimal changes to the Saga build. I don't sleep. Clearly, 5 hours to wake up, rounds to go to bed. So really appreciate for tuning, hanging out. If you want to check out my past streams, go to my YouTube. If you want to get stream updates, you guys can follow me on Twitter. You want to come talk about spoilers, if you need some deck advice or just whatever, we can hang out in the Discord. We've been talking a lot about spoilers. I think the full spoilers coming out soon. Let's rate Snow Swartz playing some Friday Night Modern, playing some Jund with Wasteland Strangler and Urza Saga. Kind of cool. All right, easy. Take it easy. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Catch you guys hopefully this weekend. If not, Tuesday at the latest will be my next stream. Take care. Bye.